Okay, guys, this one is so close. You can see me struggling throughout the whole first 13 minutes or so to try to figure out some way to get this thing recorded, and finally I took a leap of faith and tried a new program called Craig. Craig is the new sixth member of the group, which is great. Please welcome Craig, our recording app. So please, get through the first 13 minutes, but you will pretty quickly be able to surmise what's going on. There is some recording during that 13 minutes itself, so it's not just all blank audio. But yeah, please enjoy the episode, and we're getting much closer, guys. See you at the end. $24.
Thoughts?
Yeah, it seems like something we would need more money for, but I don't know. We've been told that bids can be as low as 1 gold. So it could have enough.
It's interesting to me that there's not really an advantage, I feel like, for opening it first other than just bidding first, but like someone else, like we did all the work, but someone else could just bid higher, you know?
Tell you what, you write and run a campaign and make all the changes you want.
No, that's not what I meant. Jeez.
Now you see, we're getting screwed over by the man here.
Well, if y'all are willing to take that risk, then we can go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't get in as long as we got the item, so theoretically, we got some time still.
What if the bidding only starts once it's open? We couldn't just say, we're not guaranteed that this does it either. We're basing it off of these visions we saw.
Feels like a pretty strong hunch.
And
You
that
know what we could do? We could just put 40 gold down right now. Wait for everybody else to get annoyed with the fact that they can't open the door. And then once everybody concedes, just put the thing in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't reveal that we know how, so that way they're not enticed. You know what I mean? Like, if we
Sure.
give up our hand that we can open this,
How are you
then
going
the
to prove?
bidding might
How
go
are you going
on.
to prove that you can open it? To the
man.
adventure guild representative. How are you going to prove that you can open up the dungeon?
You just said we could just start bidding.
If you can open the dungeon.
Well, fuck, we're screwed then.
I'm just so confused.
I missed it entirely. What are we arguing about now? No, cause right. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was the whole thing is that you had to open the door to start the bidding. Like, hmm, uh, 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 I mean, we could just do something else entirely for several years and then come back to this once we have enough to do it. Oh yeah, yeah, just, uh stuff, things, reasoning, and also logic. Can I be heard? Oh, okay. Then that was, yeah, we could do something else for several years and then come back to this later. Hmm, hmm. Oh boy, I'm trying a new thing, guys. So that's what's happening there. So we'll see what happens there. It's just a thing recording us. That's all, and I get the recording later. That's the whole bit,
Okay.
and just the Discord audio. That's all it's doing.
Cool. Hope it works.
I hope so too.
Excuse me.
So again, the first one was for Hot Rog, one word. Hallows Blen, wanted dead for squatting on a property. That is out. What is the name of that place? That is on a farmstead, not in between Brightfield and Athavis, Athavis. That's the large city that's a week away, but it's not that far away. This person is squatting on a little house on the prairie type place in between that region. And the other one is for Volgrul Wyve, Wyve, wanted alive, suspected of being a demon.
Whoa. These
What was the name?
punishments.
Volgrul, Volgrul, Wyve, Wyve, wanted
Thanks.
alive, suspected of being a demon. Here, let me just go ahead and put these over there.
These punishments don't really seem to fit the crimes. Not for me to judge, I suppose, but
Okay.
Well, I'm supposing it
Never mind then.
really depends on the size of the burglary.
oh, I missed the burglary part.
Oh no,
Maybe-
murdered for
maybe
just
I added
one?
that.
That don't sound right.
The first one is just squatting, Dom?
Yep.
Hot Rog?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, just squatting?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know how most of us feel about killing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you said alive for the second one.
Whoops.
Was that a whoops for the typing or the speaking?
For the typing.
Okay. Does anyone have any experience handling demons?
No.
No.
On a technical level, well, catching us a demon alive sounds like
The location of that is for the city of Athavis.
Are there amounts on these?
Of course there are. Those amounts are as follows. First one is going to pay out 60 gold. The second one pays out 98 gold.
Well,
Feel like that answers our question, along with the wanted alive portion of that.
mm-hmm. Is that something we feel we can handle?
I don't know. I mean, they're only suspected of being a demon. That doesn't mean they are.
well, between the suspectants and the potential severity of the demon. I mean, to be fair, there are some small pickings out there, but Who knows? Frankly, as far as I'm concerned, a demon's a demon.
Is the area you said for that one, is it by someplace that has a jeweler? So
Well,
we can
Thavis
kill
is-
two birds.
Thavis is a large city, so you might imagine they'd have stuff there.
It's like the big city, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but it's the closest big city to you. It's not the seat of power, if that's what you mean. It's not where the king, not Dwendal. My God, that's Critical Role. The fuck did I? Where's that paper? Kingdom of Olendale. It's not on this paper. It's on my dump. That's NPCs.
King Eris.
Yes, that's the name. It is not where King Eris is. It is just a large city close to you.
So are we gonna go for it?
You're welcome to. I will say that the other jeweler that is on the way, it would take you less time to get there and back than it would to go all the way to Athavis to do this job and come back. It's all up to you. You would know that information because Brightfield is 3 days away. That one is a week away.
I thought there was a major concern about how long we are leaving adventurers roaming around this town with an unopened dungeon.
That is another concern.
So why are we not just opening this thing and bidding to protect the town?
We're nervous about losing out on the bid.
Oh, I assumed that from the beginning there was no chance of us getting this dungeon to start with.
You think these adventurers would be a danger to the town?
I don't like them and I don't trust them.
Just based on what the sheriff is saying.
But to be fair, they do seem to be trained professionals, and the sooner they get their shit done, the better. Like, if you want a job done, I say you do it yourself, but we just might lack the funds for it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're worried about the safety of the town.
Damn and blast. Give them the key. Unless. No, Flint is not allowed to have this thought.
Oh shit, I might be recording myself twice now. Well, I guess I
Oh
could.
no.
No, fuck it. Doesn't. It's fine.
Well, who wants to do the honors?
Well, I'd like to try opening the door. Do you think they'd be fine with that if I just went up and opened it?
That's.
Somebody
Well, I'm not
hooked
going to
it.
speak.
Somebody kicked it. Somebody.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go up and open it or try to open it with this thing, with this stone.
So you put the circular piece in the recessed portion. You watch it click, slide, and slightly begin to turn counterclockwise. As it does, the portion that you know to be a door begins moving down,
Woo!
and everyone starts dusting themselves off and standing up and getting pissed that they didn't do it themselves. And the guild gentleman comes over. Very well. The Red Ravens, correct?
Red
Red
Raven.
Ravens.
I'm sorry, you were speaking at the same time? I
Red
have.
Ravens.
Well, if you. Unfortunately, your sign up there was the added. So if you'd like to take care of that, you can visit our offices at Athavis, closest ones being, and make an appointment and have that altered. No problem. All right. So you have opened the dungeon. Congratulations. You may start the bidding if you so desire.
Do we start it low?
I think so. I think we should start it low.
Just a gentle reminder, all bids must be paid in half before entering the dungeon. The bid may be comprised of coin, jewels, jewelry, magical items, promissory notes, but upon exiting dungeon, all debts must be paid.
What about this golden ring we found last night?
We also found a large gold bracelet and a gold birdcage with electrum filigree and a small mirror.
And
And
honestly, I
silver
don't want
ewer?
any of this shit.
So, but yeah, I mean, we can add that kind of to our total value. So maybe
Or
we
we
could bid
could
up
start
to
it with
100 or bid
with
up to
that shit.
200.
Yeah, let's start it with that shit. That's what I'm
Oh.
saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't
Yeah.
realize. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
We start with that.
So, for
Uh,
my own sanity, what exactly are you ponying up for your
our
bid?
goal,
A
our bid
large gold
is
bracelet, a gold ring set with bloodstones, a gold birdcage with electrum filigree, a small mirror, a pair of engraved bone dice, a silver ewer, and a portrait of Big Eldon.
times 2.
Times
Hmm?
2.
Yes,
Times 2?
we're allowed to bid double what we put up.
Okay. He kind of snaps his finger. You see a halfling with spectacles rush over and start perusing over your items and start writing on a ticket. Give me 1 second. Okay. Very interesting. Let me see what you got there. Just these jewelry art things is what
Yeah, down at the
Yeah,
bottom.
she
the
just
bottom
literally
section.
read down the list.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Where'd that come from? Down here. Silver ewer. See that here, so that means it's. Yep. And then. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Is Dom's mic sounding just a little crackly for anybody else?
Not especially.
I
Okay,
think so.
cool. Then maybe it's just actually it might be all of you, so it might be just me. Cool.
You see him. You see him finish a ticket and hand it back to the attendant, and the attendant looks it over. And that was times 2?
Well,
I
how
mean,
much
yes.
is it?
Well, it was times 2. So it seems that your items have been appraised here at a market value of 850 gold.
What?
So times 2, that is a whopping off starting bid of 1,700 gold. Do I hear
Oh, shit.
1,700 gold and 1?
Yeah, Flint gives a spit take on that one.
Well, you had 4 items that were worth 25 gold, and those 3 items you got during that fight last night were worth 250 gold.
Yeah,
Wow.
when I said that plan,
Yeah.
I wasn't saying to start with everything, but yeah, cool.
How or what have you done to us?
That's sure.
That is what happened. Am I wrong about that? You
That's
threw it
yeah,
all up
that's
at
what
once
happened, but that's
and said, and said ×2 immediately.
I did
Am I
not
right?
expect it to be worth that much.
No.
Well, nobody did. Well, that was the thing. But I wasn't trying to start with all of it to start with it either. But
And then
Yeah.
you
Then why would
multiplied
you say
it.
×2 afterwards?
because we doubled it, we were always going to ×2 whatever we put up. That was the whole thing we discussed the entire time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, except that we
Yes.
didn't know how much we were sitting on, you tin can.
Whatever.
And
Start fucking sweating bullets.
you see everyone else is just kind of dumbstruck, like they didn't have nearly that much to throw down or pony up with. Well, it appears you have won the bid. So we will confiscate these items now as half payment and put you down for owing 850 gold by the time you exit. Don't worry about paying it if you don't.
Wow.
So we just have to disappear after we get this.
Yep.
850 gold.
And happy delving.
Mercy.
And you see that the door has settled. This was a whirlwind of an adventure.
It
for
really
me.
was.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
I did not, in 1,000 years, expect you to do that.
I don't know why it happened. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I know exactly why it happened, because you opened your damn Why would you?
I thought we were just gonna put in
Like
the
the gold. I
stuff
was
that
literally
we
gonna
don't-
say the gold ring. Like I was gonna say our bid is the gold ring ×2, and then the list got read down. It's like, okay, sure.
Why would you
Well,
say
you said the
×2
×2,
after the entire
yes.
list was read off?
Because it was always gonna be ×2, no matter what we. It was always gonna be
Was it
×2.
though? Was it
Yes,
though?
Well,
yes.
it doesn't have to, and I totally missed that too.
Because we wouldn't have bid the whole 850, and we would have gone ×2 with 400 or whatever we put up. It was
I
always
mean,
going to be
What?
×2.
Technically, when you said ×2, I said, well, wait, how much is it?
Yeah, that's true, and that's that's what happened.
But then the
You don't
guy
understand.
said you said ×2, so
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
guy is
Tower.
being an asshole, which is fine. It's just like
Tower,
let's-
you don't understand what you just done. You fucked with a city slicker, and he took you for everything he was worth.
I mean, I guess I didn't really. Sure, I fucked with things.
I'm just saying, no matter how many things we put in, we don't have to put the ×2 until other people started bidding. But you know,
Yep, yep.
Well,
Whatever.
if you want a job
we
done
done what we done.
done.
We all had a part in it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not the sheriff. I don't know.
No, I was too busy drinking to stop it.
All right. Now,
Let's go in.
should we prep anything first, or are we just gonna go right in?
Let's see, the Last Will and Testament.
Because it has been a while for a long rest, right? What time of night is it? Day?
You took a short rest and then rode here.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you had your short rest.
I know. Then I'm asking, what time is it now?
It is like 5 minutes after you arrived in town and went to Pete's farm.
Okay. That was like 4:30, 5. I don't remember.
You got here at like 7 in the evening.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
See.
Well, way I see it, the dungeon's ours now. We can take our time.
I mean, the door's open though. I will say that.
See, we could have at least waited a night before. No. All right. I don't know. So you guys want to go in? Let's go in.
Yeah.
Can we close the
Hold
door?
on, I don't have any spell slots. I can't smite down there.
Is there some way to remove the disc from the door?
It's below ground now. It's the top of the door is now level with the floor. It has
Ah.
recessed.
Throw a blanket on it.
Now you making fun of me, Sheriff.
No, that one's out of character.
Oh, this is old.
What,
Sorry.
what happens to adventurers if they go in when they didn't win a bid?
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
What do you mean?
Well,
That's
you
not the
were.
issue here. The issue is things coming out of the dungeon.
There you go.
Right.
Oh.
But okay,
Right.
interesting.
Yeah, wasn't thinking that way. I'm still on the ground level.
Yeah, no one appears to be making their way into the dungeon. Like people are waiting their turns. You see that, like, the boy with the sandy blonde hair and the blue cape kind of approaches your group and is like, very, very, very impressive bidding. I'm taking notes. That was a move. That was a hell of a flex. Good luck. I wish you the best.
You're damn right. It was on purpose.
That's right, we meant to do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is our town. This is our dungeon.
And we will pay top dollar for it.
I'm not lying when I say I agree that is what happened.
Everything was understood well and good.
Mm-hmm.
We've made a sound fiscal decision here. And we will definitely get out of this with our lives.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Should we risk it? That things will be safe if we go sleep for the night?
I mean, I think it'd be worse to have an open dungeon than just worrying about these here adventurers, but if we ain't got all our party up to par, I don't know. That could be mighty risky.
I mean, it looks like these people are here and well equipped to handle it if something were to come out.
Well, and I'm good, so, a few of us
Good.
that don't really need to rest could stay up and make sure that nothing really gets
True.
too far.
Yeah, quick suggestion. If we can do what we can to keep them here for like one more evening, free board, something, an incentive to stick around.
We ain't got more to pay them.
I'll
Yeah,
watch
that's why
the
I
door
said
all
free
night.
board.
I'll watch with you.
I have abilities that allow me to watch the door all night
Oh, right.
and raise an alarm should something happen.
You're so cool.
I am pretty cool. This is my voice now. I'm a pretty cool guy. Cool guy voice. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's camp out here, I suppose, so we're close if things do happen.
Cool with me.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna take up watch as we try to rest for the night. You see everyone else getting antsy, but are you gonna
What-
be where?
I love that the picture that this is. We come in, bid just way overbid this thing, and then go to sleep right outside the open door.
It's a hell of a. It's my favorite episode of Storage Wars, but it's fine.
Let's not take a look inside.
Are you? I guess everyone is now congregating around the representative, and you do hear more bidding happening as they are bidding on the event of your death. Who gets to go next?
Oh.
What kinds of bids are we hearing?
Well, well, you're hearing 5 gold, 7 gold,
oh
Oh my
10
no!
gold.
Oh my god.
The next max
Oh.
bid stops around 45 gold, and it trickles down from there. Full disclosure,
Oh
at
my
this that's out of the
gosh.
bag. I pre-rolled their gold. They each had 50 gold, except one group had 40 gold to play with. They've been spending it in your town this whole time, staying at the tavern. They weren't left with much to play.
I
And
take
But-
a shot every time I hear a new bid.
To be fair, when we asked what the range could be, you said, if I'm not mistaken, up into the thousands, right?
Yeah,
So, the combination of knowing that it could possibly go up in the thousands and us not knowing the full value of what we had, it
No,
could have gone way the other direction.
the issue really here is miscommunication and being taken at the wrong moment when things weren't said in the proper order. That's what happened. Like people were talking and trying to discuss things, and the guy was like, "No, okay, it's time. This is the answer." As soon as he heard one, like, so that's like we weren't done making a plan yet. So
Anywho,
Yeah. So we're resting.
sure.
yeah,
Just to fast forward through that rest, it goes pretty quiet. Not much sound coming from the darkness beyond this door. But everyone that needs to rest, which is pretty much everybody, can rest. The others have trucked off to go back to the tavern and do what they do now that everything's been settled up and prepared.
nothing happens, or
Nope. Morning comes.
all right. I suppose I should not take my horse down here,
Might be entertained to see you try.
though it'll be sad to leave you. No name.
Are you heading down into it?
Yes.
Yep, fresh as a daisy and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You should see a new page now.
hmm
Should see just all the way to the right. There should just be what looks to be like a staircase and a long
Oh.
hallway to the end of a door. Is that true?
Yep.
Got it?
The first thing you notice is the inside is much like the outside. This weird, like, stone and obsidian-like material. This glowing vein-like blue light, bluish purplish light that's kind of coursing through it. Gold inlay in places.
It's real pretty down here.
Mm-hmm.
It is lit. The way it's lit, I would say, is not dark, but dim at least. It's just like a low light. The only cascading light in this area. I keep saying, I'm just getting on my nerves saying light so much, but is the floor that is creating that glowing, is kind of bouncing off, refracting off the black obsidian wall stone and kind of dimly lighting the area.
I bring out my lantern to cast some more light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Hallway.
take out shield and rapier just in case, and as the tank should probably take point. What is this doorway we got in front of us?
It appears to be made out of some sort of metal, possibly iron, but it looks very finely crafted.
Just like the rest of the stuff, don't rightly recognize any of the handiwork.
True.
Touch.
Feels cold to the touch, as you would expect from metal. As you're touching it, are you trying to discern if it's locked in some way or not?
That I would.
It is not. It opens right up. Let me quickly come over here. See this new area.
What's that?
This room that you see beyond this door is lined with braziers and dilapidated statues that seem to be broken around the facial area. They look very ancient in terms. They look like statues you often see in religious settings, depicting importance or depicting gods themselves.
Yeah, but are they depicting our gods?
They're pretty broken up. So if you want to inspect these statues, I'll let you do like a religion check or investigation, whatever you prefer.
Coming up.
It's hard to discern the details that would give you that information, but some of their garments seem like the same stylings of that the gods that you know are often depicted in.
May I investigate the statues?
Mm-hmm. These 4 on either side seem, as I said, are pretty broken up, hard to discern through. But what you really notice about the one on the back is it definitely looks like Ra in some fashion.
Raw?
Mm-hmm. That's one of our gods in this game, is it not?
Oh, okay.
Am I crazy?
Not
That
like
is indeed an
it's
Egyptian. Yep.
raw.
Oh, it's hella Ra, bro.
Is this a statue too?
That's the one that's raw,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Green
saying
one?
Ra, but in this book, in our Pantheon book, it is known as Re Hora. It's a different name, but it's the same person.
Mhm, sure. Yeah.
The god of the sun, the ruler of all gods.
Ah, it's the god of the sun, you guys. What are these ones the gods of?
Hard to discern.
Oh, okay.
They may
Cheap
not
ones
even
and
be gods from what you can tell. They seem to be made around the same time, especially with stone cunning from Flint. They seem to all be created from the same period in time. To the north there, up here. Oop, I don't have my cursor. Yep, right up here. There seems to be a crumbled doorway there leading into some chamber that you haven't looked at yet by my calculations, and a closed door in this direction as well, down at the south.
Excuse me.
These braziers are, of course, have gone cold. They have not been lit in quite some time.
Do we dare light them?
Yes.
You have something to light them with?
Firebolt.
They don't have anything in them to light, is another problem. Except like ashen residue of fires lit at some point in time.
I have a tinderbox.
As do I.
So I put
That's
some
good, that's
tinder,
good. Okay.
and then I firebolt.
All right. All of them?
Yep.
We'll go with it for why not. Okay. The room is now lit.
Nothing
All right.
happened
No. Well, I mean, there's fire
other
burning.
than that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least we have a nice light room to come back to.
Yeah.
Shall we check out the southern door since that northern one seems collapsed?
Seems reasonable.
Funny that the little drawings in red and yellow and orange really do make the room feel much brighter.
Mm.
Good. That was the intent. We're checking that southern door. Is that correct?
Mhm.
It is also metal in nature. Seems to be stuck. It's partially ajar, but something seems to be preventing it from fully opening.
All right, I think I'd like to try and bum rush it then.
Just make
It
sure.
does open out like that, right?
Good question. Yes. Okay, go ahead and make a strength, unless you already did. No, you did not. Go ahead.
Coming up.
Oh, yeah. That door will no longer shut properly at all, as it is blasted open, not off the hinges. What you see revealed is a hallway like that.
All right. I'm going to try moving along quietly.
Make stealth checks if you want to do that.
Chainmail should be disadvantage.
I'll put my lantern out for now, especially since we got all this light from in here, anyways.
Sure. Still there, Tower?
Yeah? What?
Did you roll a stealth, or are you not moving?
Oh, damn, I didn't
They-
realize.
They said
Yep.
they wanted to be quiet, so I just said roll a
Okay.
stealth if you want to do
Yeah.
that. Okay. Flint, of course, clinking around, but ultimately everyone feels pretty quiet. Making your way around the corner, you see a hallway.
Walking slow.
Yep, you see a hallway like this. Let me fix that piece.
And step. And step. And since I do have the level in Rogue, I really should be checking for traps along the way too. So I'm going to throw down a perception.
Nice.
The hallway looks as weird as it always has. You have not discerned anything trap-like to the best of your knowledge. Hope that feels helpful. Okay, once you turn this corner, let me see if I can fix this correctly. That's what you see.
Step, step, step. All right, we got 2 turns up ahead. We want to take the first one or the next.
Why don't you take a peek around the first one and then we'll see if it's a short route or not.
All right, peeking down this path. What we got? All right, doorway down there. I'm going to keep looking and peek down the other route just for posterity.
Okay. Probably shouldn't have revealed that much, but it doesn't matter.
Perhaps we should go into that room in the first hallway then.
Yeah, let's check that one first.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. You can see that door there, right?
Yep.
Okay. We futzing with this door?
Yeah.
It's not locked. It kind of scrapes open, revealing an interior. So, what you see in this room, strange tables and chairs fill this room. Holes in the center of tables with locks. One skeleton remains locked in place, skull punctured.
That's what this is?
Mm-hmm. If you zoom in, you can see it a little bit better too, I think.
It's just the skull though?
No, the body is underneath the table.
Oh.
So is the lock? Those circles are the lock, or what exactly is the lock situation?
The lock is happening in that area. Like their head is coming up through the hole in the table, and the lock is around the neck of the skeleton.
Right, okay.
No, this ain't foreboding at all. I would like to examine the skull.
Sure. Probably medicine check would be apt in this case. What the hell?
Tybalt wanted to say hi.
Hey, Tibbs.
Anyone else here better at medicine than I am?
Let me see.
I have a slight bit of experience in medicine.
I can take a look.
That puts you all above me.
It appears to be organic in nature. You can't discern the exact race of this individual, but they seem to have been dead for quite some time, and you imagine it's from the hole in the skull.
How tall is the table?
Well, but also from that hole in the skull. Don't be alarmed by the size. Tower. I need to try and see if this works on you first.
Oh, the hell is this?
You watch as a rat comes out from the top of this creature's out of this skull hole, we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me of your AC real quick, because I'm not able to see it over the
It'd be
character.
a 19.
We saw that.
Okay, good. So you see what happens there. Nothing. It misses.
Hey.
What you do notice is it appears to have an exposed brain.
Ew. Wait, the rat or the
yeah.
skull? Okay.
The rat.
First one, then the other.
Go ahead and just roll initiative, I guess, to find out who gets first dibs at this creature.
Is it an ROUS or is what
No,
size?
it is. It's
Okay.
rat size. A token, though, can only be. It's tiny, but a token can only be so big.
I was just checking.
Be a hell of a trick for an RUS to jump out of a regular human-sized skull.
Right. That was okay. Yeah.
I think we
Shra?
got a Rowie on our hands right now.
Put your hat in the ring, Shra, if you will.
I didn't. Oh,
You
I
just didn't do it
do
that way.
it the right
Okay,
way.
well,
Sorry.
you got first dibs. This rat shot out towards tower and missed, and now
I'll
it's on
whip
the
it,
floor.
I guess.
Or perhaps it's probably on the table, actually.
Wacha.
That, I believe, will whip this thing. Yep,
Whip it good.
it is dead. There's a dead rat on the table.
From one whiplash.
Way to go.
Rodents of unusual intelligence. Don't believe in them.
Okay. But that's the contents of this room. You are free to continue exploring it if you wish.
How tall is the table?
Approximately within the normal confines of a table.
So how's the rest of?
Maybe set a little larger.
Is that the body of that skeleton? Is it of a shorter height, or is it like folded underneath?
Oh, it's folded
Or-
underneath. I mean, it's partially fallen apart underneath, but like the remnants. It at one time was a full body that turned into a skeleton that crumbled into its state that it's in now.
Well, yeah, of course we're not
It's not.
to
Yeah.
see the position it was in, but I'm just so curious.
Mhm.
All right, proper perception check.
4.
Anything of use, interest, value.
Okay, gotcha.
Explicitly not for danger.
It sounds like more of an okay. There's a dead rat corpse, a skull, a skeleton locked in place on this table, and some fancy-looking chairs that appear to be made out of some of the same stonish structure, but there is some sort of like satin padding as well.
Maybe these chairs are worth a lot of money, and we could sell those.
If we bought the whole structure and we clear it out, can we sell it as like a piece of real estate?
Airbnb that.
Mm.
Stay in a real dungeon.
Mhm.
Well, with rodents of this size and particular cranialization, I wouldn't be able to do it in good conscience.
They're normal-sized rodents again. They are tiny, despite the token size.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay.
Again, this would be a
For a normal
post,
sized rat, that's a big ass rat.
post us clearing out the place. I mean, of course. Another time. We'll jump off that bridge when we come to it.
I don't know. Moonbeam it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I don't know if you understand the purpose of bridges, Tower.
Perhaps not. Water has never been too much of an issue for me, so.
But you feel like you have scoured the contents of this 15 by 15 room. Yeah, besides it looks like there doesn't seem to be any indication of utensils left behind. It just seems like some weird place.
Is this maybe a good place to stop for the night?
Sure can be.
Yeah, for me too. I'm pretty tired.
Just that first delicious bite of a brand new dungeon.
Yeah.
That we
So
almost didn't
let's-
try to get into today.
Let's hope you
Right.
find 850 gold worth.
Right. Yeah.
We can strip this place. We'll make it happen. Maybe.
Tower is never not what? Whoa, my words. Tower doesn't need much gold anyway.
Well, that's good for you.
yeah, I'm trying to save up for a warhorse.
Right.
I'm trying to not go into crippling debt.
So I guess now that we're in a dungeon, we kind of have to stay on roll 20 through the rest of this, or how should that work?
What do you mean?
Like we can't play this if we meet up in person next time. You know what I mean?
It just won't look as pretty.
But you're cool with us going back and forth in the middle of a dungeon between in person and online?
I mean, I guess we'll have to see how it shakes out, but I would hate to not play just because I built something on Roll20 and we want
Alright.
it physically.
Just checking.
Oh, I'm sorry I was like quiet tonight, guys. I'm
Okay.
very frustrated by this whole laptop not laptop. It's the software not recording the way it's supposed to. Like, and I've been trying to work on things in the background.
Oh, I
So,
know it. I know how
yeah.
that goes. It's interesting. I don't know why it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, but hopefully this Discord recording thing will work this time, and maybe that will be the solution. It's going to be a whole thing. We'll see.
I hope it works out.
Yeah, but I'm glad we're in the dungeon. It's cool. I was worried that we weren't going to do the dungeon, and I wanted to do the dungeon.
Oh, I was just kind of like, oh man, because I knew you were sitting on a fat pile of gold. I knew they didn't have a lot of gold, and I'm like, and I just felt like everyone was so caught up on needing actual coin, and I'm like, I thought I know I'm telling them they don't have to have.
No, it
coin.
wasn't
Yeah.
that.
They could have zero
But-
money and still try it.
Right.
Yeah, but in
But
my
there are other
mind,
adventuring parties, so it
Yeah.
seems like they would be like, you know,
I thought they would
ballin'.
have thousands, yeah, and so we would, or well, just the potential of it in
Yeah.
my mind meant.
I mean, I
And
wanted
again,
that.
because the only value
certain-
I knew we had was 80, and so that didn't seem like much to me. So
My thing is, I always knew
Yeah.
we were gonna I knew we were supposed to end up in the dungeon, so we were gonna end up in the dungeon whether we won the bid or not. Was my whole bit in my brain.
well,
Maybe.
yeah, as a meta thing, I was like,
Yeah,
when we were debating not to do it, I was like, this is not great. Of course,
right.
we were probably going to get in somehow, but my character wouldn't know that.
Sure.
So, yeah, I was conflicted.
I'll be honest and say that may not always be the case, but
True.
Yeah. I
That being
figured
said-
the first time wouldn't be the curveball, right? That was my thought. Like I figured later we'll get outbid, or there will be a lot of other different stories to tell about the storage wars aspect of this.
I love
But
that it's becoming a thing.
Yeah, but I figured the first time we were gonna get in the dungeon. Just
I hoped so.
yeah.
But like I said, like I want to do what you want to do, so I'm not going to stop you from not. But I
What I
was being
want
like,
to do is
well,
go into the dungeon. I've just
God.
been told it's gonna be fucking hard, and I keep hearing God say, "Oh no, what have I done to myself?"
Right.
I'm just thinking, like, man, if they don't want to go in the dungeon, then I guess I'm gonna have to let the other group go delve this dungeon.
Right.
One of the other groups are gonna go delve this thing, and they'll just never know what's inside
Wait,
it.
how would they get it open, though?
You already opened it. I'm talking
What?
about even after when you guys. I don't know, just the whole thing. I'm just
Oh.
like, what happens now? You know.
Well, I was never going to open it and then, like, not try, you
Right,
know, get it. But my whole thing was, we could wait and then. But anyway,
Maybe someone
doesn't
would have
matter.
finally figured out that conundrum went to go look for that piece, not find that piece, come back. Maybe somebody else is like, oh, you know what? I can artifice a device that will fit in this place and make
Right.
my own key.
That
Who
was my
knows?
thing, because you said the key wasn't even magic. It was just like a thing, like
Oh,
a piece of
right, yeah.
stone, right? Like, it seemed pretty easy to
Essentially.
replicate.
Stone and metal.
Sure. We found the key. That's the key.
Yes, the key, yes. So someone else, no one had rolled high enough to discern the doorway scenario that you guys did. Had you truly put it off longer, I might have been like, well, fuck. Snooze, you lose. But who knows? So that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, but I felt like, I guess I just wasn't making that clear enough for you guys. So I felt bad because I'm like,
What?
they're making decisions on something that I feel like, I feel like I said something that made you think a certain way, and that wasn't necessarily true.
No,
I
it
felt-
I
was
think it's just the
Well,
fact that they're adventuring parties that made us feel
Yeah.
a certain way. I think that
It
was
was-
literally the all of it. It was just like, oh,
clear. It was just having all these other people competing and not knowing their worth, and what this could get up to. That was the only thing.
Well, that's intended, but then it's
Yeah.
like, oh god.
it's a first Dungeon Blues situation. Like, now that we know the world a little better, and we know that that the guild is always looking for the best deal for the guild, and they're going to jump on things, we can approach things a little more carefully going forward.
Because I think that's true.
Yeah.
And secondly, not
I believe
every
that.
adventuring party is equal, nor as rich as the other. Just in this case, randomly, they all ended up being practically about as rich as each other. That was weird. That's why I was laughing yesterday, or the other day when I was doing that. Like,
Yeah, but in my head, that could have been 50 gold, or it could have been 5,000 gold. So it was the fact of not knowing that for me. That
It was the fact for me of not knowing what the loot we had on hand was worth.
that too. Yeah.
And not knowing that, again, the adventuring guild is going to jump on like the first thing before we got like a real solid grasp on how bidding even worked. Like, now that we know that, we're going to be very much more careful dealing with them going forward, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I trust in the future we are going to be slightly more cautious with the phrase ×2.
Well, yeah.
I agree with you, Matt. The adventuring guild, at least this guy, seems to be a complete dick. A bureaucrat, if you will.
Sure. Which is absolutely fine in the situation.
A gold goblin.
Oh, racist. But now,
Yes.
now we know that Dom's a racist. I don't know. I'm assuming Dom's not racist against goblins. I'm assuming. He's never shown me that face. Who knows? He might be hiding his true colors.
This was only one gold goblin. So he was just describing that one goblin. So.
Right. Not all goblins gobble gold.
Not all goblins. Hashtag not all goblins.
There's cock goblins.
Oh, I love a cock goblin. Who doesn't love to go cock goblin? No, that's no.
Good news, everyone. We're being recorded.
Yeah, we are.
Delicious. I forgot about that. On that note, I will see if this works, and then
Oh, right.
I suppose we'll part ways.
See if what? Oh yeah.
It does work.
What works?
Oh, I
Doesn't
haven't
it?
turned down so far. I can't tell.
Oh yeah, I had it turned down some.
Yeah.
It's gone.
There it is.
Theme songs. 850 gold in debt. What will our party do next?
It's actually a beautiful way to start.
Oh yeah, it's good. Like, I really love it as the story.
Just got accidentally plot hooked.
really unfortunate that the last episode's audio turned out so bad because I did things to the video with like the stats and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And photos from real life are on that video. It's worth looking at and scrolling through just to see like, oh, that is us doing D&D things. But it's definitely not worth listening to the whole thing.
Sounds like you want some
I
views.
lived it.
I definitely don't want any views.
It sounds like something that's going to be. Yeah. It sounds like something that's going to be a lot more valuable later.
Yes, indeed. That's the key.
Mm-hmm. I don't know
Anywho.
why Discord doesn't like playing music for me now. That song, it always goofs around with that song for me. But you guys say it sounds clear for you. I know it sounds good when I do it on my phone, but for whatever reason, that it like stutters the tempo and everything. It's all.
It's just a thing on Discord. It stutters occasionally. It's lag issues.
It's every time for me with this song though. It's weird.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
That's
it
strange.
happens frequently with most songs.
Okay.
That is
Well,
cool.
for now.
I'm
What's
looking
cool?
at it right now, the video.
Okay, guys. Well, it seems like we won't be able to convene until the weekend, probably because of my fault. And
I think that's more your dad's fault, right?
yeah. God damn it, Dad! Get it
Yeah.
together. Stop falling
Ugh.
apart. Cat scan? Come on,
Dads. Ugh.
you fucking pussy.
MRI.
Who needs
Get it?
them?
Get it?
Who-
Cat scan, you pussy. I was proud of it.
Yeah, I get it. Cat scan, you pussy. It's pussycat. It's
Cat.
it's what they call pussycat sometimes. Is pussycats.
Just for the YouTube watchers and for the guy that's gonna watch the video and be like, "Flag this! He said pussy." I'm talking about a cat.
Oh, I do set all my videos to be not only like age restricted, but like literally blocked from anybody under 18 watching them at all. I just don't like children.
Yeah, they can't get around that.
No
Bam.
way.
I had to break that to Steve-O.
Oh, yeah. He had
'Cause he
to.
had,
Yeah, go ahead.
he had to ban like a 13-year-old, and he's like, "I'm so sorry." You know, he's like, "Come back when you're of age, and you can totally watch this." Or maybe he was 10. And
He was
needed to be
10 because
13.
you have to
Yeah.
be 13
Okay,
to
so
watch.
and he's like, "I'm so sorry, but come back." And he's like, "I just felt so bad." And I'm like, "Dude, he's just gonna make another profile, join your channel again as an 18-year-old, and then be or 13-year-old, and not tell you it's me, the 10-year-old."
Right.
That's all that's been learned is don't tell them I'm 10, which is also fine in a fucked up way.
It's a
Like,
good thing to learn as a child on the internet to not tell people that you're a child. Probably.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
I guess
say
I should.
I'm 8 years old,
It's
and what
not
is
fine,
this?
but you know what I
Say it
mean. You know what I
ironically.
mean.
Right. Ah,
Like if Steve-O and YouTube doesn't know that kid's 10 and that kid's not doing anything bad, I don't know. Then like I don't know what do you do at that point? Like you can't stop that 10-year-old from being on YouTube at that point, right? Unless you know they're 10.
That's the whole
So,
thing. They're
yeah.
protected because they do that legally.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
it's all about
Steve-O's
YouTube
not going to
protecting
jail.
themselves.
YouTube's not going
Yeah.
to jail.
Yeah.
Fuck the rest. That kid's parents has to deal with it. That's how
Like
it goes.
of all
now.
the weird shit that somebody can come across on YouTube, whatever Steve-O is doing is probably the least of it.
Oh,
You mean,
yeah.
like Animal Crossing and doing like friendship bingo. Yeah.
Yeah, and he keeps it like PG too. There's like no
Mhm.
swearing, nothing like that, because
really hard for me
he
to be
wants
on
as
his
much of an
Twitch.
audience as he can get.
That's my problem with it. Like, where I was like, let's stream Sea of Thieves sometime. He's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh, fuck, Megalodon.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can put a filter on. You've been on stage before. You understand like how not to be blue, right?
Yeah, but I'm on stage, not just playing a video game with someone, and I'm not actively in the Twitch either. I'm just playing my video game with someone over a headset, right? So,
Sure.
so I'm on my own personal couch, not giving a shit about his community. That's the difference.
There's a difference between doing a show or improv and having a heated gamer moment.
Sure.
Yeah. So, shit happens. You guys play video games with me. You know how it can be.
Yeah. Well, you can cuss at my YouTube channel as much as you want.
Yeah.
Woohoo! There's not really a choice because I forget you're recording about 87% of the time.
You mostly should, because it really doesn't matter that I am.
No, in fact, god damn it, guys, why are you still watching this video?
Yeah,
Stop.
like that's crazy. If they're watching this video to this point, like I'm just disappointed in them, honestly.
I'm like, what are you doing with
still
your
here?
life?
Yeah,
It's over.
especially with all
Go
the audio
home.
issues at the very beginning of the episode, and like
Yeah,
having
my God.
sat through the past two or three episodes of nothing but pure audio issues. Like,
Yeah. Are you seriously like subscribed to this shit and watching it? Because why?
it's pretty dumb. It'd be
Why
a
would
pretty
you?
dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a pretty impressive dedication to the cause, I have to admit.
All right.
Why are
But
you
I
doing
will.
this to yourself?
Like, I know you're tired and you want to go, King. So please do.
Yeah, it's time. Good night, y'all.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
And that's it. We're in the dungeon. I'm sorry about the first few, about 13 minutes or so. Just know that pretty much all that was discussed during that time was our lack of enough funds, which obviously did not end up being an issue, and trying to discuss how we should go about getting more funds, including possibly bounty hunting, which we decided not to do. In order to get a proper bid for this dungeon, which again, we didn't need to worry about as much as we now need to worry about paying back what we did bid. So 850 gold in debt. Hopefully we can make that up with what we find in this here dungeon. And next time we'll be a little bit more careful about how bids go. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode, at least, the last ending bit. That should be closer to the quality going forward, assuming that there aren't more mess ups. But again, this show isn't for you, so, fuck off if you have, problems, issues, concerns. Those are all on you to solve, not on me and this YouTube series, which is not a show. Good night.